What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Greenville Living Experience. I'm Jaclyn Burrows, your local realtor here in Greenville, South Carolina. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over some of what I consider to be Greenville's hidden gems. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So first up, we're going to talk about Treetop Quest. So Treetop is an aerial adventure park with zip lines and obstacle courses throughout. It is about 3 stories up into the air within the forest and the trees themselves. And it's got 58 different obstacles that you can work through as you go through the course that vary in different levels. So it's a really great opportunity, whether you want to bring the little ones or you and your friends want to do it as an adult excursion. It's a good activity for all level types. They are closed for the winter months, so they open from March and typically only do weekends through May, and then they're open every day during the summertime. So a really great summertime activity for sure. And realistically, it's not that expensive. It's going to be about $45 for adults per person, and kids between the ages of 7 to 11 are only $35 a person. And that pricing includes 2.5 hours on the aerial park. You can do it as many times as you want, go through whatever obstacles you want. So it's a really good bang for your buck. It's a great outdoor summer activity if you or your kids or your friends and family are all looking for an activity to do together. I definitely think that this is one that is worth checking out. Next up, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite things in Greenville, and that is Brick Street Cafe. So Brick Street Cafe is a locally owned and operated cafe right in downtown Greenville. It's located right off of Augusta Street. It's definitely worth checking out, but the thing that Brick Street Cafe is known for is their famous sweet potato cake. And before I lose you, I promise you, it's incredible, and it does not taste like sweet potatoes. And even if you do not like sweet potatoes, I promise you, you will like this cake. It is the most moist, delicious cake that you will ever eat in your entire life. It's just incredible. Now, they do have other desserts and things that they obviously offer, but they are known for their sweet potato cake. And if you are in the Greenville area, you have to stop in and at least try a slice or even just a bite. I promise you, you will not regret it. Another one of my favorite excursions for the Greenville area is McPherson Park. And if you are not new to this channel, then this probably will not be a surprise to you that I am mentioning this, because I have mentioned it in several of my other videos, but I do genuinely love it that much. So for those of you that are new, McPherson Park has its very own mini putt-putt course on it. This is actually Greenville's oldest park, and it dates all the way back to 1884. And it's about 12.5 acres, but the actual putt-putt course that's on there is your standard 18-hole course. And what's really cool about this course is that it is completely free to you and your family and friends. So all you are required to do is bring your own putter and your own ball, but they provide scorecards and pencils for you right at the start of the hole, and you can play putt-putt to your heart's content as many times as you want. My fiance and I love to go here when we're wanting something fun and easy to do that's literally going to cost us no money. It is a great excursion, and usually it's not too terribly busy depending on when you go. The weekends obviously are going to be a lot busier than if you're going to go during the week, and if it's nice weather out, then you might be standing around for just a little while, but for the most part it is a pretty open course, and it is really fun to play and a great activity to do if you're in the area. Next up, we're going to talk about Vault Invader. So Vault Invader is an underground speakeasy in downtown Greenville, and it is actually located in the old Dr. Pepper building. And you take the original vault and elevator all the way down to the basement where the speakeasy actually is located. Now, the speakeasy is a little bit different than others that you may have been to, solely for the fact that they have a no cell phone policy. So you are not permitted to use your cell phone while you are in the speakeasy. And another house rule is that everyone must be seated to order. So it's definitely a really cool environment. I will show you some photos from their website that they have up. because again, no cell phones allowed inside the speakeasy itself. But if you're looking for a really cool cocktail bar, then this is definitely the place for you. And if you're looking for another experience to do on top of that, then they do offer private cocktail classes. And I believe it's 2 to 6 people that can participate in the cocktail class. I think it's around 120 a person, but you get to come into the speakeasy and meet with one of their bartenders and go through a professional cocktail making class. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more private and more of an experience, then you do still have that option as well. If you're familiar with Greenville, specifically downtown Greenville, then chances are you've heard of the Peace Center. So the Peace Center is a performing arts center where they hold a bunch of different shows of all different types throughout the year. But what most people don't know is that that's not our only theater. And in fact, we have a local theater called Greenville Theater, and they've been holding live performances there since 1926. They put on a whole different host of shows throughout the year, and it is all local community members that are putting on the shows for the community. Whereas the Peace Center, we get other people coming from out of state and outside of the community to do shows and things for us. The Greenville Theater is all local. So if you're looking for something to do and to support local theater, then the Greenville Theater is definitely a great place to start. For all of my people that love breweries and love drinking beer and wine, then this next hidden gem is for you, and that is the Brewery Experience. The Brewery Experience is a tour company that will basically put you and your friends and family in a 12-passenger van and drive you to some of the most popular breweries in the Greenville area. And what's really cool is that you are paired with a guide and you get to go behind the scenes and to all of the breweries, and you get the backstage tour with the owners and the staff of the breweries themselves. And your tours are all inclusive, so that includes all of your beer sampling, snacks, waters, and take-home gifts. And last but certainly not least is another one of my favorite places in Greenville, and that is Jack and Diane's Dueling Piano Bar. So Jack and Diane's is located directly in downtown Greenville, and it is so much fun. If you are looking for a nighttime activity, if you are visiting the area, or if you live in the area and you need something to do, or you've got company in town, then Jack and Diane's is the place to be on a Friday and Saturday night. I just gotta tell ya. They have been open since 2013, and they do recommend you make reservations. The doors open at 6:30 and they require all reservations to be seated by 7:30 in order to keep your spot. But don't worry, if you don't do reservations, you can do walk-ins, but depending on how many people are in the bar will depend on if they let you in or not. So it's definitely a popular spot, and as the night goes on, it will fill up very fast. So my recommendation is to get there early and make a reservation. And it's just a really great environment for hanging out with friends, singing. They will play all of the songs that you know, some of the most iconic songs, and it's just a really great environment to laugh, have a good time, have some drinks, and hang out with your friends and your family. And they are open till 2 a.m. So if you want to keep the party going all night long, you quite literally can. Thank you for joining me for Greenville's Hidden Gems. As always, I am Jaclyn Burrows, your local Greenville realtor and your source for all things Greenville. And I hope that you stick around and check the channel out and go check out other videos. And if you are from the area or you've been to Greenville and you've done any of the excursions, go to the comments below and let us know what you thought of them. Or if you have something that I didn't mention that you think is worth doing, then make sure you leave a comment below on that as well. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week with another video.